Hi everybody, my name's Jamal from the Deep Clean Pool Company. Arranged a little how-to video for you all because I came across a situation which was a bit puzzling. Found a way out of it though, but here's what it was. What do you think about this? Turned up at a pool and the water's been disconnected and there's no water in the storage tanks to be able to top the pool up to a level above the vacuum ports. It's a skimmer pool, so it needed to be above the skimmer levels, sufficient enough so that I could get the hose underwater and into the suction port to be able to clean out the bottom of the pool. So two things then: not enough water, and secondly, can't top it up. No means. How am I going to hoover out the bottom silt that's now accumulated in the bottom of that pool? I'd sorted out the first problem, and that was the fact that it was green and we got the colour back and clarity back in the water. Great. But there's still a lot of sand and dust and debris that's on the bottom. I need to get that out somehow. So there are a couple of solutions. Some pool companies actually carry around with them, in such cases like this, a spare pool pump in the back of the truck, where they can just literally hook it up to mains, throw one end of the hose attached onto the vacuum head into the pool to do what it needs to do, and the other end either you can have going back into the pool once you're running it through a filter, or pump it directly to waste, and you won't need a filter for that at all. So quite a complicated setup, and it can be quite expensive because you're talking about an external filtration system in that sort of case. Pump outside, external outside filter, and everything needs to be watertight, because if it isn't, it's soon going to be sucking in air, and that's going to make life very difficult. So I opted for plan B, and it's something that you guys can all do too if you have one of those home DIY submersible pumps. Take a look. Now here's a typical home DIY submersible pump, and you'll notice here the wide gap at the bottom. It's got a few round the base of the sides. That's the level where it sucks in the water from wherever you're using it, in a well, could be a pool, it could be anything like that. And then of course the motor throws the water out through this side, and you've got your float switch on the top and a regular good length of cable. So how are we going to use this? Because we want to use the suction side of this submersible pump, but that's too wide to do anything, and we need to figure out a way of connecting that to the vacuum head and hose. So take a look at this for an idea. Inside this large recycled tub, I have a submersible pump. The tub is full of water and the pump is primed, and you'll see that I've made a connection there with this lower hose that leads to the vacuum head. So when the pump's running, I should be able to suck up water through that hose into this chamber, and hopefully if I don't have any other leaks for the water to be drawn into, it should then throw it out from the spout I showed on the previous example. And that outlet port hose is this lighter, thinner blue hose that I've got here. Now I can either use that to return the pool and recycle it back into the water back into the pool, or when you've got so much dirt in the bottom of the pool, you'll actually want to think about throwing that out to waste until such time as you can get your water circuit reconnected or a tanker delivery, and start using it. The problem at the other pool I have is on this skimmer type pool, but it doesn't really matter so much. The water level is below the skimmer. It's down to about here. So there's no way I can connect my hose into that skimmer port because it's just going to draw in air. On the overflow pools, it might have a suction port in the wall somewhere roughly about here. But again, if the water level is below that, unless you have a really good solid watertight seal, you're going to draw in air, and that's going to really make life rather difficult for you. this is a prototype. Let's give it a try, see what we can figure out. I'm trying to find out. I've just got a bit of surface debris on the pool here at the moment, but other than that, not a lot else, so I just need to leaf that out. But I've waited to get some bits of dirt in the bottom there, and I'm going to try that out and see if I can suck those out. Let's give it a go. Okay, so here we have it. It is a success, I'm pleased to say. I did have to put an extra weight on the bucket there because I found that it was actually, the pressure was such that it was lifting the bucket up from the base and just tipping the whole thing over. Now just draw your attention, I don't know if you can see that just down there, there's a bug on the pool floor. So if I bring the vacuum head across to it, and now pull back, no bug. So that confirms to me that we do have suction, that the system is working. Now I've just got it returning back into the pool, so I'm recirculating my water only because this is a prototype and I did it for a test, but there you are. You can see it wildly flapping away here in the edges. Like a mad snake in the water. There you go. That proves that the system is working. Excellent. Good day. Bye.